Hi there, folks. So I just want to do a little brief overview of what I have planned for this weekend in case anyone was a little confused by my ad and what was going on. I have set up a 3-part adventure in which people can come in and come out each day or follow through from beginning to end from part 1 on Friday night all the way through Sunday evening. If you want to play the whole thing, you can book a slot through the whole thing. If not, and you only want to come Sunday for the end, Sunday I'm going to do a long split session where we're going to obviously need like a meal break if I'm going to do a 7-hour session. But the others are going to be shorter 5-hour sessions, or however we need to lay it out. But on the event list for FGCon 3, I've laid out a 4-paragraph description, and I linked my Discord here, and then we're gonna try to run it on the Fantasy Grounds Discord server. Right now I have Madman confirmed and Aegis Prime, who hasn't clicked the FGCon, but Aegis Prime is going to play a healer for this event. So it's a 3-part thing where part 1 starts, part 2 continues where part 1 left off, and part 3 finishes what parts 1 and 2 didn't cover. And the blurb will describe what we're going to do, but I want to showcase what I've done in here. I picked up this map of Mok Torkan a while ago from a cartography site, and it's just a gorgeously detailed village in the mountains, and I've taken these key points here and I've laid out, if I can get this to pull up, notes for my village. It's got a population of 10,378, mostly human, but a mix of dwarf, gnome, elf, half-elf, orc, and half-orc. It's run by the Duke Aaron Veskus. His son, Devin Veskus, is the Master-at-Arms in their war college here. And he runs a tight ship with Nicholas Sundergaard, the tactical specialist, Gilshar, the combat medic specialist, who's a dwarf war priest, and a little fan service for somebody who helped me out, Gumbercles, aka Captain Rednose, the drill sergeant. He's a gnome soldier who has a little bit of a drinking problem, and they hang out at number 9 here in the war college. This is the market, and we have some, the castle where the Duke lives, and we've got a tower here and a tower here where the mages live, and then there's a church back here, which your church is run by Alan Dorawill, and then Ningen Torbold, a gnome enchanter, lives in this tower, and Askar, the clanless dwarf, lives in Tower 4 here. He's a runesmith. And then you've got Bob, the tax collector, back here. Nobody likes Bob. And we've got just a bunch of different NPCs here. And what's going to happen is you folks are going to be in charge of defending this town. And the town is going to be dropped down to combat level. I pulled this map. It's a Map Hammer map that I got through Patreon. It's gorgeous, and these are wooden walls represented here, but I can't mess with the map. It's simply a gorgeous map, and we're going to use that to put your PCs on and fight the orcs that are going to come at you. And it's going to represent these curtain walls out here. That's what that's going to represent. So what we have here is I've asked my players to make some pre-mades, and some of these are actually their characters in my other campaign: Pyre, Glendarrow, Caldori, Sunwalker, Zephyr, Arthur Shane, Dran, Barrister, Relorus, Leo, Moonwalker, Garrick. These are all characters in my Saturday and Thursday games that I run. but I'm giving them extra credit to put in characters like Air. Air is a small outsider healer that is built with my classes hack, and this is a level 6 version with a small Morning Star, Mithril Chainmail, Headband of Intelligence, Cloak of Resistance, with a bunch of spells that the player made, because I have a custom spell system. You make up your own spells using seeds, so the heal seed, the bolster seed, the armor seed, the air seed. So he's made a bunch of spells for a player to just pick up and use on Sunday the 14th. I have this guy, this lady actually, is a custom elf race that I made for a previous campaign that one of my players decided to snag, and made a monk with it with really high stats, and it looks like we've got a belt of dex and some Daredevil soft paws, a composite bow, and some unarmed strikes. We have a bunch of feats and taking advantage of crane style, and a bunch of options here that you get to have with skills filled out. We have Raycraw, if I can pull this over here, is a flying Tengu. I gave my Tengu fly. He picked up See in Darkness instead of standard dark vision. And we've got an adaptive composite longbow, invested in some +1 keen durable arrows and keen adamantine durable arrows, Headband of Wisdom, Cloak of Resistance, and he is a flying archer with the empty quiver style feats, and using my Eagle Path martial training, which will allow him to, if he hits a target 3 times in a round, he will reduce their speed to half, and if they move with that disable on, they are flat-footed and they can be punished with sneak attack. Characters like this, and there's a simple half-orc monk here, which looks like we got a heavy low belt, boots of spring and striding, amulet of natural armor, and some stuff set up. So I'm going to have about 30 pre-mades for the group when this comes around, and I just wanted to showcase what we're doing here. So from one session to the next, either I'll get a group of players who all want to play together through the entire thing all weekend, or I'll get a mix of people who will rotate in and pick up pre-mades. And in the event you want to build a character for this event, you can come to me through my server through the link in my ad, which is right here, this one, and you can ask me how to build a character, and I'll walk you through it just like I have for all of my players. So if you are interested, let me know. And I just wanted to showcase that we're going to have some combat adventures, but there are NPCs like I was showing for my that's story, right? That's story. Yes. I am going to have NPCs for you to interact with. There's an arcane school in the back here, for instance. An arcane school in 3. And within that arcane school, where is my village here? There are some headmaster for a wizard, and there's a dwarven engineer, Professor Dorbrin, and then Molly Ringmail, a twist on an old 80s character from a movie, The Human Sorcerer. I'm slowly populating this village with notables, and you're going to be able to lead the people of the village in the defense of their own home and be the heroes that come to save this town, rather like the Lord of the Rings characters who came to save Minas Tirith from its doom in their day of need. That's kind of the feel I'm going for here, in which you come in and a losing battle, you are the pivot point that swings the tide, and you come in as strangers and you establish a rapport with these villagers and set yourselves up as leaders of men. And I hope it's something people are interested in and they will have fun doing, but you won't know unless you try it, and you'll have a bunch of people to select from. We only have a handful right now, but I have outsourced the building of these pre-mates to my players who play on my Thursday and Saturday game. So they're having fun testing my system, and they're going to provide you with some interesting array of characters to play with. And if you are at all interested, please feel free to hit me with an @Magris on the Discord server, or join my server and come at me with any questions you have. So before I ramble on any longer, I wanted to say thank you for watching if you have, and anybody who does reply, I wanted to thank you as well. You folks have a great evening. Goodbye.